Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Vancouver Rain Draft to Glory franchise mode here in MLB The Show 23. So in last episode, we took on the New York Yankees in the ALDS, and we managed to sweep them in 3 games as we should, and we're now up here in the ALCS against the Boston Red Sox, who are going to definitely pose a bit of a problem. They were the second best team in the entire league. We were the best team in the entire league. Based on pitching numbers, they were a much better pitching team, and we were a much better offensive team. So it's going to be interesting to see who ends up beating who. We did beat them before in the playoffs. I think it was last year in the ALDS we knocked them out, and then we eventually lost to the White Sox in the ALCS. But it should be an interesting series regardless. We had some pretty solid results in the matchup against the Yankees. As you can see, we took all 3 games, 7-4, 6-3. In the last game, we won in like the 12th inning or something like that, and won 10-9. So we did give up a lot of runs, which I don't really like, but hopefully we could find a way to just outscore our problems and get ourselves to the World Series, because if we lose in the ALCS again, I'm going to be kind of frustrated. But I mean, we should still have a good roster next season, but obviously it will come with some drawbacks. So quickly, before we get into this matchup against the Boston Red Sox, let me show you guys their lineup again and pitching rotation. I am recording this episode ahead of time just because I wanted to obviously see what happens with the results on this. But you can see this is what their pitching rotation looks like. Definitely a lot better than the Yankees, because the Yankees had only a guy that was an 80 and everybody else was like a 79, 78. But these guys are all pretty solid. And then you can see their bullpen is also really, really solid as well. And they have the elite closer type of guy in Michael Tovar, who has been really, really good over these last few years. So it's basically going to be a duel between the bullpens, I think, at some stage as well. And hopefully our bullpen can come out on top. In terms of the offense, obviously we were a much better offensive team than they were in the regular season. But they do still have some good pieces and similar players to they did to last year. The one guy we need to shut down for sure, though, is Mackenzie Little, because Mackenzie Little is actually off to a good start this playoffs. Last year, he really struggled against us, but this year, he's batting a .364 so far through 11 at-bats, so obviously we got to find a way to shut him down if we can. But yeah, this is basically what their lineup is looking like at this stage. I think most of these guys were there last year. Maybe a couple of guys were added, like Castellano played probably... I don't know if he played last year in the playoffs or not. But yeah, there's definitely a couple changes for sure. So there is that, and I think we're ready to go. We are going to be starting Garth Howe for game 1 because he is fully energized and ready to go. He won his first game. Wasn't the best, I would say, but he obviously will be our go-to guy in the playoffs. So we'll go to him. Then we have Sammy Gomez, who will go for game 2. Osuna again for game 3. And if it goes beyond that, then obviously we'll go to like Silva and Sparbory. But let's see what happens and see if we could get ourselves to that World Series. I think I want to keep my lineup the same. How much right-handed pitchers did they have again? Or do they have a lot of left-handers? Because I want to take a look at that. All righties, okay. But they didn't have a mix between righties and lefties in their bullpen. While us, on the other hand, is all righties in the bullpen. And a couple lefties that are starters. Interesting. Okay. So we'll always be playing against a right-handed pitcher to start off with, which means this is always going to be our lineup. Is there any changes I want to do here? I think I'll leave it for now. Obviously, there's some room to change up things if I need to. We also might have a player come back from injury in this episode, which would be great because Steiner should be back within the next 1 to 2 weeks. And then Trevino could be back for the World Series potentially if we already get there. So let's see what happens and see if we are able to knock out the Red Sox and get ourselves finally to a World Series, since we don't have to face the White Sox. Hopefully this episode is not too long, because if it is over an hour long, you guys know that it went probably to like a Game 7. But let's see what happens. Garth Howe versus Lucius Leggett. We were 107 and 55. They were 96 and 66. Currently they're batting at .304 in the playoffs. We're batting at .325. They have a .367 ERA in the playoffs, and we have a 4.8, which is not ideal. So our pitching definitely needs to improve, and our batting needs to be just as good as it was against the Yankees, if possible. So Garth Howe starting this game, and there is our lineup. We are ready to play some baseball. Let's see what happens here in the early going. Strikeout. Nice start. Fly out. And a walk. Okay, I'll take a walk over a hit from Lil. Let's try and pick him off. Why not? And a strikeout. Good start there from Garth Howell. Much better than last time I think he played, if I remember right. Bill O'Donnell swings. He singles. Let's go, Bill. Getting on base with the first hit of the game. I like it. Ozzy singles as well. We got 2 men on base early on. This is a good sign. Can Sixto bring in a run? He cannot. Can Michael Chu bring in a run? He was really good in the opening series. He strikes out as well. Can Pinheiro bring them in, or is this going to be a little bit of a guide? I think where we strand our runners on first and second. He grounds out. Damn. That's unfortunate. We got 2 hits early on, but then we weren't able to get anything from that. Jet Williams strikeout. Dwayne Hall strikeout. Jace Jung grounds out. Good stuff from Garth House so far. I like it. Bill Pineda singles. Can we steal? Yes, we can. Bill Pineda's in scoring position. Can Ray bring him in? No. Can Josh Groves bring him in? No. Can Ollie Gelman? No. And for the second consecutive inning, we have stranded base runners in scoring position. Not ideal, but at least we have 3 hits against them, so we are kind of making their pitcher a little bit more tired. Let's see here. Strikeout there, ground out there, and ground out there. So far, Garth Howe has been excellent through 3 innings. Bill O'Donnell up for the second time this game. He's 1 for 1. He goes 2 for 2. Bill's been a great playoff player this year. Ozzy is not going to go yet. We're going to try and steal again. And Bill steals. Can Ozzy bring him in? Yes, he does. Ozzy makes it 1-0 for the Reign here in the 3rd inning. Let's go. That's a good start. Can Sixto keep the offense going? Fielder's choice. He gets on base at least. Michael Chu strikes out. George Pinheiro walks. We got 2 men on base. Sixto is in scoring position. Can Pineda put this in play? No, he cannot. And we're up 1-0 only going into the 4th. We have 5 hits so far, which is nice though. Strike out there, ground out there, and strike out there. So far, so good with Garth Howe. Much better performance than last time against the Yankees. Ray McMahon up now. Flies out. Josh Groves grounds out. Ollie Gelman grounds out. And we're still up 1-0. There's another ground out. Another strikeout and a ground out. So far, really good stuff from Garth Howe. He's gone 5 innings without giving a hit. So far, obviously I'm going to probably jinx it saying that now. Bill O'Donnell's batting at .647 so far in these playoffs. Can he get on base again? Yes, he can. Holy crap, Bill. He's literally hitting everything. Can he steal second? Yes, he can. Can Ozzy bring him in just like last time he was up at bat? No. Can Sixto bring him in? No. Can Chu bring him in? Yes, he can. Michael Chu with the hit and brings in the run. It's 2-0 now for the Reign. Let's go. 7 hits so far for us. George Pinheiro pops up, and we are headed into the 6th. Garth Howe is still really well energized, and he's been great in this game. Fly out, strike out, and there's the first hit of the game against Garth. Unfortunately, he's not going to get a no-hitter, but he does give up 1 hit here this late into the game, which is pretty nice. Let's try and pick this guy off because he's fast as shit, apparently. Sean Gordon flies out. Nicely done. We only give up 1 hit. I'll take it. Pineda lines out. Ray McMahon flies out. And Josh Groves grounds out. We're still up 2-0 with the hits 7-1. Let's see. Single there. So back-to-back innings we give up a hit. Logan O'Hop pops up though. Jet Williams. Double play. Let's go, Garth. Garth is feeling it right now. I honestly might keep him in the entire game at this rate. We'll see. Depends on his stamina and energy. Can Ollie get on base? They make a pitching change over to the reliever in Bubba Chandler. I remember playing him last year. Can Ollie get on base? No, he strikes out. Bill singles again. Bill is 4 for 4 tonight. I don't know why Bill's like literally hitting every single thing. It's crazy. Ozzy brings him in somehow with a double. So Bill makes it 3-0 on the run. Ozzy actually technically makes it 3-0, but Bill's the one to make it a 3-0 lead. We got 9 hits so far. We've been playing pretty good. We haven't been necessarily scoring a lot, but we've been getting our hits, which is ideal. Can Sixto bring in Ozzy? He cannot. Can Michael Chu? Yes, he can. Chu gets a double, and he's got his second RBI of the night. So Chu and O'Donnell have both been really good. Ozzy's also been really good. So liking the performance from a few guys here in the lineup. Now we get to the bottom of the order, kind of where it's kind of struggled a lot more. Can Pinheiro bring in Chu? No, not yet. Weathers comes in. Can he now bring him in? No, he can't. And Garth Howe will be still in for the 8th inning. Can Garth Howe get out of this inning still without giving up much? Ground out, and walk. Okay, I'll take a walk. Let's try and pick that guy off. Blay flies out, and we are in a really good spot right now. We are going to be going up into the 9th at least, up 4-0. Pineda can't get anything going there. McMahon rounds out, and Groves pops up. So the bottom of the order really struggled in this game, but we are literally a few pitches away from potentially shutting out Boston in Game 1, which is awesome. That means our pitching is definitely improved. Garth Howe is definitely trying to get us as far as possible this year. Theodore Haynes doubles. Oh no. Let's try and pick him off. He's fast. Oh boy. They're probably going to be able to bring him in, and the shutout's going to get ruined here, isn't it? I could always bring in Dennis Lake. You know what? I'm going to bring in Dennis Lake. I don't want Garth to get ruined here. I could technically leave Garth in all game, but might as well bring in Dennis Lake to try and get us out of this type of situation. Fly out. Nice. Okay. Mackenzie Little grounds out, and we're down to their last out. Can we shut out the Boston Red Sox in Game 1? Let's try and pick them off again. Ground out. Let's go. We win 4-0. Only giving up 3 hits is Garth Howe. What a performance from him. That's exactly what you need from your ace in this type of situation. He goes 8 innings, only giving up the 3 hits and only 2 walks, and had 9 strikeouts. Let's go. 1-0 series lead. This is a good start. Good start. We need to obviously keep on winning, because if we win this game, then we head to Boston for 3 straight games, which they could get back into the series potentially. But that's a good start for our pitching. But now we get into the territory where we're going with guys that aren't as good necessarily. Sammy Gomez is solid, but once we get to like Osuna, that's where we might end up losing some games. So let's keep the lineup the exact same, I think, because that was a pretty good Game 1. And let's see what ends up happening with Sammy Gomez in Game 2. See if we're able to keep on this tear. We're on 4-0 so far in these playoffs, so really good so far. Let's see. So yeah, let's go with Gomez. Yeah, and then Osuna would be next game. Likely we won't see Garth Howe till the next game after that, or we might wait and try Pablo Silva, because Silva was really good last year. So the left-hander and Gomez. Let's see what Gomez has got. And yeah, Bill's been insane so far, 684. Our entire lineup has been really solid. I'm really excited for once guys get back from injury too, because that's going to just turn us into a great team. Like, imagine just adding Trevino to this team right now. Or adding Steiner even, for that matter. Okay, here we go. Game number 2, up 1-0 in the series. Can we take a 2-0 series lead? They start off with a single, so that's not ideal. And they start off with 2 hits. Not ideal. That's a complete reverse of last game, because last game they only had 3 hits the entire game. But Sammy's off to a little bit of a rough start here. He's put us in a bad situation. And they bring in a run. They already have 3 hits. Now that they're scoring offense early, though, they might all of a sudden just completely dry up, though. Because I have seen teams like our own team score a lot early on, and then they just can't do anything afterwards. So I'm hoping that's the case for them. But honestly, it might not be. Fly out there. There's the first out of the game. Fly out there and walks there. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Sammy's having a really tough time here. Let's not try and pick off. Let's try and... Is O'Hop good at contact? He's okay. I don't really want to do that. Let's try and get him out. Fly out. Nice. Okay, we only gave up the 1 run. That's not that bad. We did give up 3 hits, but only 1 run across. I will take it. Bill strikes out. Ozzy strikes out. And Sixto singles. Let's go Sixto. Might as well try and steal since we're at 2 outs. And he does steal. Can Chu bring him in? Yes, he can. Michael Chu has tied the game. He's off to a good start again in this one. Let's go Chu. It's kind of surprising to me that Chu's doing this well, because he kind of struggled in the regular season, but he's definitely showing that he's going to be a regular probably as early as next season. Like, he's probably, like, I think we're playing him. Yeah, we're playing him as second base. Yeah, I think he's going to be a regular on our roster next season. Oh, actually, maybe not a regular, because he'd probably be behind Trevino still. Well, unless we want to play him at third base instead of Ray, but we'll have to make that decision in the offseason. Can Pinheiro get Chu home? No, he can't, but he gets him over to the third. We have a chance to take the lead here. We're at 3 hits as well, so we match their offense right back. Can Pineda bring in Chu? No. That sucks. Let's see if Sammy can have a better inning here. Fly out, and fly out. That's a much, much better inning for him. I like that. Ray McMahon singles. That's good to see Ray hitting because he wasn't doing that last game. He steals second. Can Groves bring him in? No. Can Ollie bring him in? No. Can Bill? No. Damn, that sucks. Into the third. Still tied at 1. Strikeout. Single. Very even game so far here at this point. Let's try and pick off Little. Sable pops up. And Blay, stolen base from Little there. Blay strikes out. And we're headed into the bottom of the third, still tied at 1. Ozzy reaches on an error. Sixto hits into a fielder's choice. Damn, that sucks. Chu singles as well. Sixto with that speed going over to third. Can Pinheiro bring him in? Let's go sac fly. And it's successful. And we have taken a 2-1 lead. Let's go. Pineda up. He walks. We got 2 guys on base again with 2 outs. Can Ray bring in another run? He cannot, but he also gets walked. We have bases loaded with 2 outs. This is a big spot for Josh Groves. If he's able to get a couple runs across, this might open up the floodgates a bit. Groves grounds out. Damn. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Fly out there. Ground out there. Single there. Let's try and pick you off. Jung grounds out. Nicely done. So far, the pitching has definitely improved since the first inning, because we've only given up 2 hits after the first inning only. So, Ollie doubles. Let's go, Ollie. Use that speed, man. Can Bill bring him in? Yes, he can, and he also gets a double. It's now 3-1. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Can Ozzy bring in Bill? Yes, he can. It's 4-1. Ozzy also gets a double somehow with that low speed rating. Ozzy's literally like Alejandro Kirk running around, apparently. Can Sixto bring him in? No. Can Michael Chu bring him in? No, but he gets walked. Can Pinheiro bring in Ozzy? No, he gets into a double play. Well, at least we're up by 3 now. That's a good sign. Just got to keep on going here. And apparently Haynes, the fast guy, has reached on an error. And now they have 2 men on base. Oh no, are they going to match us right back? I hope not. Little, let's try and pick off second. That guy's fast, so I don't want him stealing base. Little hits into a fielder's choice. Haynes is in scoring position with 1 out. We kind of want them to hit into a double play. And the only thing is our pitcher's a left-hander, and this guy's really good against left-handers, so I don't really want to pitch to contact here. Let's try and get Sable out. This double play. Stolen base. Okay, now they have 2 guys in scoring position. That's not good. And there's no more double play. Yikes. Pop up there. That's a huge pitch there from Gomez. Can we get out of the situation without giving up any runs against? Can we do it? Yes, we can. Let's go. Still got that 4-1 lead intact. Pineda grounds out. Ray flies out. Josh strikes out. Still up 4-1 going into the 6th. Sammy will at least last for 1 more inning, I'd say. But he is getting closer to being tired. Strike out there. Walk there. That's okay. Let's try and pick you off. Fly out. And stolen base from the guy with the worst stealing rating I've seen. Jung walks as well. Come on, Sammy. Just get out of this. Just gotta get out of this. Gotta get out of this situation. No! I knew I should have changed the pitcher. 3-run shot from Haynes, the fast guy. And this game is tied in the 6th. Well, that's unfortunate. Sammy was doing really good. I know I should have probably made a change there. Bobby Hyde's going to come in. And hopefully he can find a way to get another win out of the bullpen. He gives up a single to start, which is not ideal. Let's try and pick this guy off. Little gets hit by pitch. Oh no, our guys are struggling here a little bit. This is not good, guys. Strikeout. There we go. Okay. This is a very even game still. Forbes is still in for them, but we're not with our starter anymore. Ollie does force a pitching change though, so they did take out their starter now. In comes James Harrison. Can Ollie get on base? No. Can Bill? Yes, he can. Bill's in scoring position. Can Ozzy bring him in? Yes, he can. Ozzy has given us the lead right back. Let's go. Let's go, Ozzy. Can Sixto bring in Ozzy or something? No, he hits into a double play. We're at least up by 1 going into the 7th. So Bobby Hyde right now is the pitcher of record. Blaze strikes out. Atling strikes out. Oh, Hop singles. Let's try and pick you off. Jet Williams scores in the run. This game is tied. That's unfortunate. Williams is also in scoring position. Jace Jung's up. He's not really a good player against left-handers, but Bobby's a right-hander. So let's just go pitch. Ground out. Nice. Okay. At least it's still tied. I'll take a tie over being down. Can Michael Chu get us on the board? Grounds out. Pinheiro grounds out. And Pineda grounds out. We're headed in the 8th, still tied. Both in runs and hits and errors. This has been a very even game. Let's see. Haynes goes out. Gordon strikes out. And Little singles. Let's try and pick him off. Sable strikes out. We are headed to the bottom of the 8th, still tied. Ray is in. Do I want to replace our pinch hit Ray? He's 1 for 2. He's not been bad, so I'm actually going to keep him in. But I might pinch hit somebody else at some point. Ray strikes out. Damn it. Maybe I should have changed him. Groves doubles. That's a huge double for Josh Groves. Can Ollie bring him in? No. Can Bill bring him in? No, he walks instead. We got 2 guys on base with 2 outs. A big spot for Ozzy. If Ozzy could bring in a run here, we might be able to win this game here. Ozzy pops up. Damn it. Well, we'll keep Bobby in for now. Fly out. Single. Let's try and pick him off because he's a bit quick. And they scored a run. No, in the 9th inning, Hop has given the Red Sox the lead. No. That's not good. Strikeout there. Let's try again. And they scored another run. Oh my goodness. Bobby might get a loss. That's not ideal. We're going to need to score some runs in the bottom of the 9th and need some heroics. Oh my goodness. And they scored another run. I think we're going to lose this game because of the 9th inning. Oh boy. Let's go pitch again. Caught stealing. Okay, we're headed to the bottom of the 9th, down by 3 runs. And we got Sixto, Chu, and Pinheiro up. Can we get back in this game? They bring out their closer, of course. Sixto grounds out. Chu strikes out. And Pinheiro doubles. Can Pineda bring him in and keep this game going? Come on, Pineda. He grounds out. And the Red Sox have tied the series, headed to Boston. I'd say we had a good offensive game against them still, but that shot that we gave to Haynes screwed us over. I should have probably made a pitching change there, but I decided to leg it out a little bit longer, and that ends up costing us the game. Wow. So we have a tie series headed to Boston, which means Osuna's up, and then it's probably going to be Pablo Silva, and then we'll probably go back to Garth Howe over Sparbory. Oh boy. Yeah, this is one of those series that could probably go 7 games, which means it's going to be a long-ass episode if that's the case. Okay, so we're going up against another right-hander in Telshaw. He's been really good so far. Let's see if we could tie this or take this series lead. We need to win at least 1 game, probably 2 games in Boston if we want a chance. Come on, boys. This is a must-win game in my opinion. Let's get her done. Let's not let them get any momentum. We got to hit home runs over the monster. That's going to be a bit of a problem. That's going to be definitely a problem because we're a good power team, contact team. The monster might get in our way. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Let's see if we can get the offense going for us. Strikeout. Ground out. Or strikeout. Not ideal. Ground out. Single for them. Let's try and pick you off. Single again. Gordon's in scoring position. Osuna is a left-hander, right? Yeah, Osuna's a left-hander. Sable is actually really good against lefties. This is not ideal. pop up. That's good. Blay, is he good against lefties? Not really. And it's actually good contact, but not power. Come on, we just need to get one guy out here. There we go. We gave up 2 hits, but we did not allow a run. Michael Chu grounds out. Pinero pops up. Pineda doubles. Pineda's in scoring position. Can Ray bring him in? No. Oh no. Our offense is all of a sudden not doing as well here early on. Let's see. Fly out, strike out, and fly out. Nice. Josh Groves flies out. Ollie strikes out. Bill strikes out. We're kind of playing into the Red Sox hands a bit because they are a very good pitching team, and if we're not scoring, it's kind of helping them out a lot. Let's see. We do not want that guy on. Let's get him out, please. Fly out. Nice. Let's try and pick this guy off again. Fly out. And get Lil out. Nice. Caught stealing. Ozzy. Solo shot from Ozzy. Opens the scoring in the 4th inning. Let's go, Ozzy. Ozzy's the man. The man, the myth, the legend. 6-0 up now. He walks. Can he steal? He does. Can Chu bring him in? No. Can Pinero? No. Can Pineda? No. We're at least up 1-0, which is good, but we need to have a good shutdown inning here. They single. Fielder's choice. I'll take that. Can we get Blay out? And they score in a run, of course, and Blay gets the second. God damn it. Adling grounds out. Oh, hop. Let's try and pick again. Strikeout. Nice. Okay. It's a tie game. This is definitely similar to last game in a way. Ray McMahon grounds out. Josh Groves grounds out, or strikes out actually. Ollie grounds out. I might have to do a pinch hit situation at some point because some guys are really struggling. Strikeout there. Triple. Oh no, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. I could do an intentional walk, right? Yeah, I can walk him for the double play. And that's a bit of a risk. That's a bit of a risk. I'm not going to do that. And he scores in the run. Maybe I should have intentionally walked him. But let's try and get them to hit into a double play potentially. Oh my goodness. Ah, no. Osuna's really struggled this playoffs. This is not good. This is not good here. Let's go pitch. And they score in 2 more runs. We're down 4-1. Let's try and get Sable to... actually, he's really good against lefties. I shouldn't pitch to contact. Let's just go pitch. Stolen base. You gotta be kidding me. Walk. Blay is not as good against lefties. Let's go pitch to contact. Fielder's choice. And now we just need to get one guy out. Please. Thank you. Well, we're down 4-1. That's not an ideal spot to be in right now. Bill walks, so that's good. Can he steal? He doesn't. He gets caught. Friggin' Christ. Ozzy grounds out. 6-0 walks. Let's try and steal again. They make a pitching change. Let's still try and steal. He does steal. Can Chu bring him in? No, he can't, but he does get walked. 2 guys on base with 2 outs. This is a big spot for Pinero. Pinero brings in a run. Let's go. That's huge. We're only down by 2 now. Pineda's up. He's got good pop to his game, but he's got no home runs so far this playoffs. Can he bring in another run? No. And we're going to make a pitching change over to... Oh yeah, I forgot that we had Soto up here even. Let's bring in Tavares. He's not played at all, so Pete Tavares, come in. Gives up a single. Not ideal. Jet Williams, fielder's choice. Jung, stolen base from Williams. God damn it. Ground out, and Haynes brings in another run. It's 5-2. God damn it, man. They are doing much better against us than I thought they would. There you go. 5-2. We're only down by 3, but we need our offense to do better against them because right now, Boston's playing the way they want, which is not giving up a lot of hits. Ray strikes out. Groves flies out. Ollie strikes out. Sable up for them, flies out, ground out there, and a double from Adling. Let's try and pick him off. There you go, fly out, nice. We're into the 8th though, only down by 3. We need to get some offense going. Bill's up, And they make a pitching change over to Swakos. Strikeout. Ozzy grounds out. Sixto grounds out. We're going to be down 3 at least going into the 9th. That's not good, because that means they're going to bring out their closer and try and close this one out. Oh my goodness, bases are loaded. We need to get out of this spot here. Doug Rubel is going to come in and try and get us out of this situation. Mackenzie Little is really good contact-wise too, so I'm not going to pitch to contact. I could pitch around him, but it's risky. Actually, let's try it. Ah, they score in a run. God damn it. Sable flies out. Blay strikes out. Okay, we only gave up 1 run, but we're still down by 4. We only have 3 hits this entire game. Looks like we're going to be going down 2-1 likely in the series, unless we have a comeback in us. Chew. And they come in with Ryan Weathers instead to close out this one, which is kind of surprising. Chew flies out. Pinheiro walks. Let's go, Pinheiro. We got to get a little bit aggressive here, I think. And he steals second. Can Pineda bring him in? No, he flies out. We're down to our last out. And it's Ray McMahon. I'm going to go for a pinch hit here, and Jeff Pipp will come in. Can Pipp get something off Weathers? No, he strikes out, and we lose this game 6-2. Mackenzie Little was 4 for 4 against us with 3 RBIs. Not good. So back-to-back tough performances after Garth Howe was really good in game 1. We dropped 2 straight games. Pablo Silva would be in next game. We need to address our lineup here probably a little bit, because a couple guys on the bottom have really struggled, I think. Yeah, Pineda's only batting at 200. And he's a center fielder, so I'm going to change him over to right field. And I'm going to take Josh Groves out. And move in Brad Thornton as our DH because he's got that power hitting. Yeah. I like that power. I want to get that power into the lineup a little bit. So let's rework this bottom part a little bit. Or actually, let's rework our batting order based on average. So Chu will go up. Sixto would be in the 4 spot. Let's go Pineda down. McMahon up. Thornton can be in that spot. And yeah, Ollie can be back here again. That's good. Oh man, hopefully this team finds something going. I also don't really like Ray's performance too much. He's got a 227. I could always bring in Pip instead, but he has not hit in that one at bat. Let's just keep it the same. We don't want to risk too much, you know. Okay, this is a big game. This is a must-win game because or else we're going to have to win 3 straight. And we have not won since game 1, obviously. Okay, I had to make sure my Elgato was not frozen. Let's quickly take a look at the injury report. See how long it is before our guys are back. Trevino's still 2 to 3 weeks, but Steiner 1 to 6 days, which means he could be back as early as next game, which would be huge for us. So if we win this game, having Steiner in our lineup could be the deciding factor in who wins the series. We need to win this game. So we need Pablo Silva to do what he did last year where he pitched like almost a full game shutout. So let's see what happens in this game. We need to win in Boston if we want to come back in the series. So come on, boys. Let's get this win. Wait, Vasquez was into game 1, right? Yeah, okay. They're doing a different pitcher. Because I want to make sure Garth Howe can come back in the series at some stage. Okay. The first time we get to see Pablo Silva in playoff action since last year, so hopefully he's ready to go. Garth Howe is going to be probably ready to go soon for next game, which is good, but we definitely need better performances from Gomez and Osuna if we want to end up winning the series too. So, yep, we're going to Pablo in this game, and there's our lineup ready to go. Can we get a better performance offensively out of us? Because we only had 3 hits last game. We need more out of that. Ground out. Walk. Okay, I'll take a walk. Chew. Can't do anything. Sixto brings in the early run. Let's go, Sixto. And he gets a double. That's a nice one. RBI double. 1-0 on our first hit of the game. Can Pinheiro bring in Sixto? He cannot. Because the runner was thrown out going to home, apparently. That sucks. Well, at least we're up 1-0. Now let's have a good performance here. Ground out. Fly out. And fly out. Good start for Silva. Great start for Silva. Let's keep that rolling next time too. Ray strikes out. Pineda grounds out. Brad Thornton, who's now in the lineup as a DH, singles in his first at-bat. Let's go. Ollie hits a double. We have two guys in scoring position with 2 outs for Bill O'Donnell. Bill's been great in the playoffs so far. Can Bill give us more runs in? No, he can't. Damn. Next inning, single there. Let's try and pick you off. Fly out. And they score in a run right back. A triple from Hall. Yikes. So not a great start for Pablo. Let's try and pick off third. Not that he's going to try and steal home, but still. Ground out there. Can we get Castellano out? Yes. Nice. Okay, at least it's only a tie game. It's better than being down. So that is good. Ozzy walks. Chu hits into a double play. Come on, Chu. Sixto hits a triple out of nowhere. He is in scoring position, so there's been a couple triples already in this game for both teams. Total. So nice triple there after the double play. Sucks that there was a double play, because if there was no double play, we could have had 2 guys in, like, well, 1 guy in, and Sixto could have been still in the same spot. Can Pinheiro bring him in with 2 outs? He walks. Okay, that's good, but now they still have like a double play kind of set up, so they're probably going to try and hit into the fielder's choice or something. Ray, fielder's choice. See, I knew it. Damn it. Still 1-1. Let's have a good inning here, Silva. Strikeout, fly out, and strikeout. Nice. Okay. Pineda flies out. Brad Thornton again. He's 1 for 1. Doesn't go 2 for 2. Wow, Vasquez is very tired already. And we're only in the 4th inning. That's interesting. Because that means they're going to have to rely on their bullpen. Their bullpen is good, though. That's the only problem. But that's an interesting thing that their pitcher hasn't been able to go this long into game. Ollie Gelman lines out. Damn. Let's see what Silva's got. Ground out. Single. Let's try and pick you off. Jet Williams flies out. And Hall. Let's try and pick this guy off again. Fly out. Nice. Bill O'Donnell grounds out. Ozzy grounds out. Chu grounds out. And their pitcher got out of that somehow. So he's going to last at least 5 innings. Fly out there. Ground out there. And strike out there. Sixto in now. And they make their pitching change here to start the 6th as Gutierrez comes in. Can Sixto get something going? This is a very defensive game. He lines out. Pinheiro strikes out. Damn it. Ray McMahon flies out. We're still tied at 1. Pablo strikes him out, and grounds out. There we go. This is a very good pitching duel right now. I don't know why Pablo Silva always does so good in the playoffs. Pineda flies out. Brad Thornton solo shot. That's exactly why he is in the lineup. What a call. Brad Thornton, 2 for 3 tonight, hits a solo dinger in the 7th. We are up 2-1. Let's go. That's exactly why he's in the lineup, to bring some power to our lineup, and he does that with a home run. Ollie gets hit by pitch. He's on base. Can he steal second? Yes, he does. Can Bill bring him in? No. Can Ozzy bring him in? No. And we're headed to the bottom of the 7th, only up by 1. Pop up there. Triple there. Oh my goodness. They're going to literally match it right back again. Unless I can walk this guy and then get the double play. This guy's not really much of a threat, though, but he's probably going to still score him in. Yep, he does. I should have probably went for the double play scenario. Let's try and pick off this guy since we're tied. Single there, and Hall got over to third. We need to go pitch to contact against Castellano. He's not very good contact-wise, I think. And they still scoring a run. And we're down 3-2. How things could just flip like that, huh? Strike out there, and let's try and get pick off there on second, and they score another run. Friggin' Christ, man, this Boston team's better than I expected in terms of offense. Stolen base, are you kidding me? Oh, fly out there. Well, Silva, your inning is done and your game's probably done. We're down by 2. We'll have only 2 innings left, which is not ideal. Chu, pitching change to Mitchell Rourke. Let's see. Chu walks. This guy gives up a lot of walks for some reason. Sixto singles. We got 2 guys on base with no outs. Can we mash it back? Pinheiro Brings in the 2 runs to tie the game up. Let's go. What a roller coaster of a game it is. Tied at 4. And Pinero's now in scoring position. Can Ray bring him in? They've changed over to Bubba Chandler, so that was a short outing for Mitchell Rourke. Bubba Chandler has not been good. Can Ray bring in Pinero? No. Can Bill Pineda? No, but he does get on base, but the double play scenario is now up. Brad Thornton is up. He has 1 home run in this game. He's 2 for 3. Can he bring in a big run here? No, he strikes out. Can Ollie bring in Pinero? No, and we are tied going into the bottom of the 8th. We will be making a pitching change over to Jack Birch. Let's see what Birch has got. He was good last series, so strikeout, and error. Okay, that's okay. Let's try and pick him off. Hall flies out. Nice. We're into the 9th, still tied. Bill O'Donnell looking to try and get us to tie this series up. Bill singles. Let's try and get aggressive here. Bubba Chandler's not the best pitcher. Stolen base from Bill. Can Ozzy bring him in? No, but he does get walked. So we have 2 guys on base with no outs here in the 9th for Michael Chu, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Is this a pinch hit opportunity for Pedro Carrillo? Contact against righties, or power against righties is good, but contact isn't so much. Pip can play only first base. I think we got to keep Chu in here. Can Chu bring in Bill? No, but bases are loaded with no outs. Can Sixto bring in a run? No, he strikes out. Damn, that double play situation's there now. We got to go for the sac fly. Can Pinero get the sac fly to give us the lead? Yes, he does. We have a 5-4 lead in the 9th. We had to do that because I didn't want to hit into a double play, and then we would have been out of the inning with a tie still. Ray flies out, and we're up by 1 going into the bottom of the 9th, which means in comes Dennis Lake to try and close out this game. Only up by 1 is a bit of a risk. We could have went for a setup guy, but Dennis Lake, you got this, man. Don't blow another game for me, please. He walks the first man. No. Let's pick him off if possible. Castellano strikes out. Let's try and pick him off again. Blay, fielder's choice. They're down to their last out, and of course it's a good contact hitter. Can Lake get him out? No, he can't. He gets the run scored as Haynes ties the game up. We're going to be going to extras. Damn it. Are you kidding me? We're down to their last out, and they've are forcing extras. Haynes is in scoring position now, though. If Gordon brings him in, that's the end of the game. And strikes him out. Okay, we're going to extras at least, but jeez, man, we're that close to winning this game. Pineda, pitching change over to Fernandez. Pineda strikes out. Brad Thornton grounds out. God damn it. Ollie flies out. We're going to keep Dennis Lake in for a little bit longer. And he gives up a double. We're going to lose this game because of Dennis Lake, it seems like. We're going to make a pitching change. We need somebody in here that could get these guys out. Somebody like Tim Soto, who's never played a game. Come on. We got to get O-Hop out here. Fly out. Nice. Nice. We could go for the intentional walk on Williams. It's a big risk. I am going to go for the intentional walk. Might as well intentionally walk him, set up a double play scenario. But still, Hall's a good player. Doesn't really have much power. Oh, come on, let's get this double play, please. He's a good contact guy, so I don't know if I should pitch to contact. But let's try and get the double play. Fielder's choice, that's better than nothing. In comes Jung. We just need to get Jung out here, and then we'll be able to survive a little bit longer. Come on. Let's get him out. Let's try and pick off the guy on third, even though he's not going to try and steal home in this type of situation. Jung flies out. We're going to 11th. Whew. Got out of that situation. That was scary. Very scary. We'll probably end up turning to a different guy to try and close out this game since Dennis Lake is out now. Bill strikes out. Ozzy flies out. Chu doubles. Chu's in scoring position. Can't Sixto bring him in? No. Man, we're having another one of these games that's probably going to go way too long. Castellano grounds out. Blaze singles. Let's try and pick him off. Haynes, sack bunts him over to second. We need to get Sean Gordon out here. And he hits a 2-run home run to win the game. Damn it. We lose 7-5. And we are one loss away from being knocked out. Again in the exact same spot. We need to win 3 straight games to win this series. God damn it. Boston is way too good at pitching, and that's our downfall right now. We should not be in this type of situation. If our pitching was better, we wouldn't be. Next year it should be better, but damn, we might lose some good players this offseason. I think we got to keep our lineup the same now, but we got to go to Garth Howe in this game to try and extend the season. We just got to. Because, who was it that was pitching last game? Was it Sammy that was pitching or Carmen? No, Carmen was there. It was, oh yeah, it was, the other dude. I can't even remember his name. Goddamn. Silva. That's what I'm trying to think of. There's too much players in the series. Okay, so. We are going to be going to Garth Howe, Gomez, then Osuna, Silva, then Sparboris. So yeah, Garth Howe will be coming back in. He had a really good first game. If he wins this game, it'll give us a chance, because then we have 2 games on home field. But if he loses this game, obviously the season is done. And we're knocked out in the same spot again. So, Garth, do what you did last game, man. And keep us alive. That's all I'm asking. As we go up against Leggett again. Come on, let's do this. We're being terrible in terms of pitching. Offense has been decent at times, but it's also kind of slowed down too. Let's do it. Let's do it. Bill grounds out. Ozzy grounds out. And Chu strikes out. Not a great start for the offense. Strikeout there. Single. Let's try and pick you off. Little walks. Let's try and pick you off. We actually picked off that guy successfully. I didn't even realize that. Nice. And a strikeout there. As I rarely pick off people successfully. 6-0. Solo shot. Let's go. 6-0. Good way to start the second inning. It is 1-0 rain. Pinheiro singles as well. Can he steal second? Yes, he does. Can Ray bring him in? No. Can Pineda bring him in? No. Can Brad Thornton bring him in? No. We're still up 1-0. Let's see. Garth getting... Can he get out of this? Strikeout, strikeout, and strikeout. He strikes out all 3 batters in that inning. Let's go. Double there from Ollie. Can Bill bring him in? No. Can Ozzy bring him in? Yes, he can. We're up 2-0. Okay, our offense is all of a sudden coming a little bit alive here, which is good, but we do still need to win a lot more games than just this game. Chu, fielder's choice. 6-0 strikes out. We're still up 2-0. Solo shot there from Blay makes it 2-1. That sucks. Castellano grounds out. Haynes flies out. Gordon flies out. Still up 2-1. Pinheiro walks. And steals second. Ray grounds out. Bill pops up. And Brad Thornton pops up. Little strikes out. Ground out there. A ground out there. Garth Howe's playing good so far again. But we need that offense to get more runs across. Ollie strikes out. Bill flies out. Ozzy singles. Michael Chu strikes out. Oh my goodness. If only I could put Garth Howe in for every single game we play. But he'd be dead by the end of it. Dwayne Hall singles. Try and pick him off. Strike out there. Let's try and pick him off again. Blaze strikes out. And Castellano singles. 2 men on base. Not ideal. Haynes reaches on an error. They have bases loaded with 2 outs for Sean Gordon, the guy that just hit the walk-off. That's not good. We gotta get Sean Gordon out here. And he flies out. Thank you. 6-0 grounds out. Pinheiro walks. Pinheiro's walked a lot in this game. Steals the base. Ray brings him in. No, he does not. He gets thrown out. That sucks. Pineda flies out. At least one more inning for Garth Howe here. Strike out, ground out, and fly out. Nice. Brad Thornton. Pitching change over to Ryan Weathers. Double from Brad Thornton. Let's go, Brad. He's been actually pretty decent so far in his limited time. Can Ollie bring him in? No, but he gets walked. 2 men on base with no outs for Bill O'Donnell. Bill hits into a double play, which is not good, but Brad Thornton gets over to third because of it. Can Ozzy bring in Brad? No. That double play killed us there. Dwayne Hall strikes out. That guy grounds out and strikeout there. Chu comes in now with a walk. 6-0 with a 2-run shot. His second home run of the game makes it 4-1. Let's go. Big home run there. And they make a pitching change to Fernandez. Pinheiro strikes out. Ray strikes out. And Pineda strikes out. We're going to make a pitching change over to Doug Rubel. Dougie gives a strikeout there. Pop up there. And a ground out there. That's exactly what we needed from him. And now we're into the 9th. Only up by 3. Brad Thornton. Pitching change over to Bubba Chandler. Thornton singles. Gelman hits a 2-run shot. We're up 6-1. We're going to win this game and stay alive. And we need to win 2 more games in a row. This is a crazy series right now. Bill pops up. Ozzy flies out. And Chu walks. Can Sixto get his 3rd home run of the night? No. And now looking to close out the game is going to be Luis Guzman instead of Dennis Lake. Can Guzman close out this one and keep us alive? Pop up there. Strike out there. They're down to their last out. And we have won the game by a score of 6-1. We have forced a game 6. We've gotten to game 7 like 2 straight years. So if we go to another game 7, I am going to be like, seriously, but at the same time, that's what we want because we don't want to lose this series, right? But Sixto gets the player of the game, 2 for 5 with 2 runs, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. Good insurance there from him in the 8th inning, I think it was, and we also got some insurance in the 9th. But a good win there in Boston. And I think Steiner should be back for this next game. He is. He is back, which is huge. We do have Steiner back. He will get added to our playoff roster. But we need to remove somebody from our playoff roster. What does this say? Oh, yeah, we need to remove a player from our roster here. Our 40-man roster. Which I guess would be William Halpern. Well, only replaced by a player of similar position. How did I get Steiner in? Josh Groves hasn't actually been that good, so maybe I'll remove him. Oh, between series. Oh, you serious? I have to wait till the World Series to get him in regardless, because we're in the middle of the series. Ah, that actually kind of blows. Well, Steiner, you'll get in the World Series if we're able to get that far. Which hopefully we can. Hopefully we can. We need to win 2 more games in a row. So Garth's up to 2 wins now. Or 3 wins, I should say. He's been elite these playoffs. But now we turn to Sammy Gomez. And this is where it gets a bit iffy. We win this game. We force a game 7. And that's where Osuna would probably be in. But he's been tragic so far. So I honestly might look at moving him to reliever. And then moving like Soto as a starter instead. So let's see what happens. We are into game 6. We're on home field now. Looking to force a game 7. Their pitcher that's going up has been also pretty bad. So let's see if Sammy can get us to a game 7. This is a big, big game. Come on, guys. Let's get that offense going like last game. Brad Thornton has helped out a lot too. Let's get to another game 7 situation and let's rewrite what's happened the last few years. That's all I'm asking for. Sammy strikes out the first guy. Gives up a single. Sack bunt, but that still gets the guy out at least. And Sable's out. Nice. Bill strikes out. Ozzy lines out. Chu pops up. Not an ideal start. Not an ideal start for the offense. But we at least have some good pitching going so far. Sixto strikes out. Pinheiro singles. Let's try and steal. Nicely done. Ray walks as well. We got 2 men on base with only 1 out for Bill Pineda, who's kind of struggled a lot in this series and in the playoffs in general. Can he bring in a run? No. But Pinheiro does get over to third. Okay. Can Brad Thornton open up this game? No, he can't. Damn. That's not great. Good start so far from Sammy. Only giving up a couple singles. Nice. Ollie walks. Ollie steals. Bill strikes out. Ozzy. 2-run shot for Ozzy Cardenas makes it 2-0. Let's go. Let's go. Pop off there, Ozzy. Pop off. Michael Chu walks as well. Sixto sack bunts him over to second. Can Pinheiro bring him in? Yes, he can. 3-0. Good start for the offense here. We're starting to play like ourselves from the regular season again. Ray McMahon doubles, and we got 2 guys in scoring position again. Can Pineda drive in some more runs? No, he gets walked. Their starting pitcher is likely to be out in these next few innings, I'd assume. His energy is still pretty high, but Brad Thornton in a big spot, looking for a grand slam. Can he hit it? No, he can't, but he brings in 2 more runs. We're up 5-0. I like that our offense is doing good this early on, but at the same time, I'm having flashbacks of us blowing leads. Ollie, pitching change. They do get rid of their starter already in the 3rd inning. So in comes Bill Fiorentino. Ollie striked out, or stroke out, whatever you want to say. Oh, good start for our offense, and so far pitching has been decent too, or good too. Bill singles. Let's go, Bill. He steals as well. Ozzy strikes out. Michael Chu strikes out. Sixto strikes out. Fly out there, pop up there, ground out there. So far, pitching has been good in this game. There's a walk for Pinheiro. McMahon hits into a fielder's choice. Pineda hits into a double play. Single there. Let's try and pick you off. Haynes reaches on an error. Oh no, this is maybe where they're going to drive in some runs. They have 2 men on base with no outs. Sean Gordon hits in a run. Don't blow this for me, Sammy. Don't blow this for me, please. Little pops up. Let's try and pick off second again. Sable, and bases are loaded. We need to get them to hit into a double play, but wait, we have a left-handed pitcher, and the contact's pretty good. Let's get out of the situation, please. Double play, that's huge, huge. We're still up 5-1 instead of being tied almost. I think we would have been tied if he would have hit a home run. Brad Thornton, solo shot. Brad Thornton's been great. Maybe I should have always been playing Brad Thornton. And it's always because of his power hitting, and he's just been getting on base, getting home runs. Makes it a 6-1 game. That's huge. There's Ollie getting on base. Can Bill get over to get him home? Because he's going to steal second. He gets walked. Ozzy strikes out. Chu flies out. Sixto walks as well. We got bases loaded for us now with 2 outs. Can Pinheiro bring in at least 1 run? No. Sammy's going to stay in for now. Fly out. Walk there. Let's try and pick you off. Williams singles. Oh, Hobson scoring position. Let's be careful here, boys. Let's be careful. Fielder's choice. And let's get out of the situation. Let's try and pick off first. Fielder's choice. Nice. McMahon flies out. Pineda strikes out. Brad Thornton again doubles. Yeah, Brad Thornton might be a regular next year as a depth guy again, because he was in the system a lot. Ollie hits a single. We have Brad Thornton in scoring position with 2 outs. Can Bill drive him in? He does. We have 2 more guys in scoring position. We're up 7-1. And it looks like we're going to be forcing probably a Game 7 on home field. Likely at this rate. Bubba Chandler comes in. Ozzy grounds out. We're going to make a pitching change over to Bobby Hyde. Can Bobby get something going here? He gives up a single again. He always gives up a hit right off the bat, which is weird. And now Gordon's in scoring position. No, isn't that good? Let's try and pick off first because we want to get that double play. There's a strikeout. Once again, try and pick off first. And they bring in a run. It's now 7-2. Don't blow this for me, Bobby. You've not been great so far, but still. Let's try and pick off first again, and they score 2 more runs. Bobby is trying to blow this game here late. See, like I said, this game is kind of scripted where you score a lot early, and then you kind of get a little bit risky here late. We are going to take out Bobby. He's not been good. We need Birch in. Let's try and pick off second. Ground out. There we go. And strike out there. Okay, we're into the bottom of the 8th now as in comes Ryan Weathers, a single from Chu. Sixto hits into a double play and Pinheiro strikes out. We're into the 9th. I'm going to keep Birchin for now just because I do not trust Dennis Lake in this spot. Can we force a game 7 here? And we give up a triple to start the 9th. Not ideal. Haynes strikes out. That's a huge strikeout. We're going to walk. Actually, no, walking Sean Gordon might be a mistake. He gets walked regardless. Now there's a double play scenario for Mackenzie Lill, who's been really good. Let's once again try and pick off this. And they get walked too. Oh, no. This is not a good spot. We're going to bring in... Who do I want to bring in here? Let's try and make a pitching change. Birch is walking a bit too much. He's not giving up a hit, though. Let's bring in Luis Guzman in this spot. Oh my goodness. Well, this game is completely scripted, and I am actually kind of mad. This game is completely scripted. How is that gonna happen? We give up a 9th inning grand slam, and we've given up 7 runs in our last 2 innings. Whenever you score early, you always lose the game, it seems like. Always. Because now we need to get back in this game because of that grand slam from Sable, of all people. Oh, friggin' Christ, man. And now we're going to be able to get those outs, right? Nope, not yet. Now we get them out. Damn it, we need a run. We need a run. Our all-star season is done. And Ray is in. Ray has not been good so far. I am going to pinch hit him with Jeff Pip. Because this might be Pip's last time here. Pip. Pitching changeover, closer. We were this close to forcing a game 7, but I feel like we're honestly going to lose now just because the way this game just did it. It's totally scripted. Totally scripted. Pip. Grounds out. Damn it. Pineda grounds out as well. We're down to our last out. It's Brad Thornton, who's been great this game. Is our season done here in the ALCS again, but in less games than last year? Is it done? Or are we going to be able to maybe survive a little bit longer? Like, if Thornton could get to second, that would be great. But I honestly don't think it's going to happen. He needs to hit a home run here. Force it into extras. Or just get on base in general. Try and start something. Tovar is way too good of a closer, though. So here we go. Brad Thornton. Is our season done? Yes, it is. Because this game's scripted. I am actually kind of mad. Because technically, I think we would have won that game, but the game knew for some reason that once we score runs early that they were going to give up the lead somehow. I get that baseball is kind of a momentum sport where it kind of carries over between innings, but that's a load of shit, man. And Luis Guzman gets credit with the loss, even though he really didn't do anything in credit to that loss, because he gave up that grand slam, but that was only set up because of the other guys, kind of, in a way. That is bullshit, man. That is bullshit. We were that close to looking like we were up 7-1. And we give up 7 unanswered runs. And then we lose in game 6. I honestly feel like this game is totally scripted in that way. As that's like the 3rd time I've seen that where you score runs early and then you give up the lead. And now Boston's going on to play the Mets in the World Series. And are we even going to be as good next year? Because we might lose some players because money constraints and all that. Like, these are the players that we might end up losing. I'll show you guys. I mean, our pitching is going to improve next season because we got, like, Almont and stuff jumping up. We got a lot of pitchers that might make it, but for example, all these guys are headed to arbitration. Brian Morris, Bill Pineda, 1 year left of ARB, so he might need a long contract. Groves is ARB. Sparvori and Hyde are all ARB as well, but ARB is only for 1 year for Hyde. But then you have like Carrillo, Rubel, Burst, so all of our former Rule 5 pickups are all pending free agents. Pip is a pending free agent again. Roberts a pending free agent. I don't know if Ken Robert comes back. Ollie Gelman is a pending free agent as well. So we're kind of in a spot where it's like, I honestly don't know what's going to happen. Because I don't know how much money we're going to have this offseason, but I still don't like that at all. I feel like this year we should have won a World Series, but our pitching just didn't live up to that. Our pitching was kind of terrible in the playoffs. Even though we have the first best pitching technically on paper. We get knocked out by the Red Sox, who had the third best pitching, but they were not as good contact and power wise. But their offense showed up in this series. That's for certain. Well, let's take a look at our player stats, and then that'll be it for this episode. But damn it, that close again. Another defeat. Like, we're that close to getting to a World Series again, but we can't. Because if we would have forced a Game 7, there could have been something there. There could have been something there for sure. So Silva was not very good, but he was okay at sometimes. Barbori didn't play at all. Garth Howell was amazing. And who knows, maybe he's going to start being on decline soon, which is not great. Sammy was pretty good, I'd say. Carmen Osuna was absolutely tragic. We might end up using him more as a reliever at some point. I mean, he's a good regular season guy, but playoff-wise, he's not. So, we got a lot of guys in the system that might come up next year. Bobby Hyde was terrible in the playoffs. Tim Soto was terrible in that 1.2 innings. Birch was good and bad too. Roble was good. Ken Robert didn't play at all. Tavares was terrible. Dennis Lake and Guzman were okay as well, but man, that is a heartbreaking way to lose because we were really close. Was it this game? Yeah, see, this game we lost in the 11th inning, but we gave up a run in the bottom of the 9th. If we didn't lose that one, we would have been able to tie the series there at 2-2. Then we would have taken a 3-2 series lead here with that win. And then that means we would have been able to force a Game 7 after losing that one. But we could have won this game too. We are that close again. That close again. Lineup-wise, Bill O'Donnell was great. Ozzie was really good this year in the playoffs. Michael Chu was good. Sixto was good. He had 4 home runs. Pinero was good. Ray McMahon was struggling a lot. Same with Pineda. Brad Thornton was great. Brad Thornton was phenomenal in that 14 at-bats. And Ollie was really solid too. So I think the guys that really struggled the most, Pineda and McMahon, we needed more out of them. If Steiner wasn't injured, Steiner could have came in for Pineda, but unfortunately he was injured and we weren't able to put him into the lineup. And then there is the bench options too. Damn. Our batting average was one of the best in the playoffs, or was the best in the playoffs. And then you go to, like, our ERA was probably the worst in the playoffs, right? Because that's some area we still need to work on. We were 4.89, so 7th best. We technically did make a little bit of a dent on the Red Sox, but still. They're going to be playing the New York Mets in the World Series. The question is, would have we stood a chance against the Mets if we would have been able to beat Boston? Yes, I think. Well, this guy's pretty good for a 77, but their pitching rotation isn't anything insane. Their bullpen isn't really that great either, other than Herschel Belanger. I remember this guy from year 1 draft, I think. So I think we would have been able to beat them based on the pitching. What about their batting? Probably we'd been able to beat them as well. Boston's likely the team to win the World Series this year, which means likely for the 2nd consecutive year we're going to lose to the best team in the league. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Vancouver Rain Draft to Glory franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll take it to the offseason as we look to maintain this team as much as possible. Let me know about those contract scenarios and who we should be bringing back and who we shouldn't. Because obviously next year we want to be just as good as this year, technically, like winning over 100 games if we can. And we also definitely want to win a World Series because we're going to get to that territory soon where we're going to start suffering some drop-off. Send anything down below, and I'll see you guys next time.